Good morning and welcome to yet another edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Dithmini De Silva.
Newsfirst headline.
In local news, Election Commission members meet Prime Minister. UGC says all exams postponed due to university non-academic staff strike. Proposals to increase allowances of striking health officers directed to the cabinet. In news overseas, Yemen's Houthis say will target all ships heading to Israel. And in tennis, Swiatek beats Gauff to reach Italian Open final. The news in detail. The Election Commission says the existing obstacles to the conduct of the provincial council election can only be removed by amending laws in Parliament. These views were expressed by members of the Election Commission during a meeting with Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. The meeting was called to discuss the measures to be taken to conduct the provincial council election. When inquired by Newsfirst, Chairman of the Election Commission, RML Ratnayaka said the Election Commission highlighted that the provincial council election can either be held under the old electoral system or the newly demarcated system. Ratnayaka says the Prime Minister was informed that the local authorities elections ordinance needs to be amended in Parliament in order to conduct the election. For more on this story, visit www.newsfirst.lk. In other local news, the University Grants Commission says all examinations of undergraduate students in universities have to be postponed due to the ongoing strike launched by the university non-academic trade unions. UGC Vice Chairman Senior Professor Chandana Pudavatta says as a result, over 50,000 undergraduates will not be able to complete their degree at the planned time frame. He says the issuance of the University Admission Manual, which includes the details on how to apply for degree courses for those who pass the advanced level exam, was also delayed due to the strike action. Professor Pudavatta says the Minister of Education has already submitted the necessary proposals to the Cabinet to resolve the issues of the university non-academic staff. However, co-convener of the University Trade Union Alliance, Dhammikes Priyantha, says the strike will continue indefinitely until favourable solutions are provided to their demands. The strike is ongoing for a 16th day. In other local news, Minister of Health Dr. Ramesh Pathirana says proposals to increase the allowance for several grades of health officers that were not covered by the previously issued circulars were directed to the Cabinet of Ministers. He says following Cabinet approval, the increased allowances can be granted to the health professionals. The Health Trade Union Alliance says the fight for economic justice will not be abandoned until health professionals who were left out of the circular issued previously regarding the increase of allowances are served justice. Co-convener Ravi Kumudesh says the government will be given time till the 22nd of May to provide a favourable solution. Health workers launched strikes on several locations in the North Central, Northwestern and Southern provinces, demanding the government to resolve their issues. Members of 72 trade unions in the health sector have joined the strike action.
International news.
In news overseas, the group's leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi says all ships heading to Israeli ports will be targeted by Yemen's Iran-backed Houthis and not just in the Red Sea region. The group has threatened to extend their attacks on ships heading to Israeli ports to the Mediterranean Sea in what they say is a campaign of solidarity with Palestinians during Israel's war with Hamas in Gaza. Al-Houthi urged China, Russia, Asian and European countries to not transport goods to Israeli ports.
Sports news.
And in tennis, Iga Swiatek beat Coco Gauff 6-4, 6-3 to secure her place in the Italian Open final in Rome. Gauff went up by an early break, but world number one Swiatek quickly retrieved the deficit before going on to take the opening set. Swiatek will play Lanka in the final after the world number two beat American Danielle Collins 7-5, 6-2. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Dithmini De Silva.